Today we're gonna talk about the best builds for the Naturalist role. I have a build designed for gathering animal samples, another build is made specifically for killing legendary animals in a free roam and on the missions, and the last build is the most important and highly requested by the community. It's a build for anyone who loves Harriet. It's called Crazy B Simp build. I mean, these players also want to use optimal ability card setup. First one is PvE free roam build for the Naturalist. Of course we're gonna use painted black here because it's a great ability card for pretty much all the situations in the game. It's good for hunting, good for PvE and awesome for PvP, so even if you're gonna get attacked by the griefers, you can use this card pretty effectively. Also painted black can help you to sedate animals. You just place in your marks, making shots, and here we go. Next ability card is Strange Medicine. I use this ability card in pretty much all of my PvE builds. It's an awesome way to restore your health when fighting against NPCs, so we just want to use it. It's not really good in PvP in my opinion, but not totally useless, so even if some PvP will occur, you still gonna have some use from this ability card. I don't actually like the next ability card, but I must admit for the Naturalist role that's a good card choice. I'm talking about Live for the Fight. You restoring the die over time. It has really slow restoration rate, and usually I prefer to restore my dead-eye by simply killing the birds. But killing animals when you're playing as a Naturalist is not something you wanna do, because you know what? So when we're hunting animals with the sedative armor only to take the samples, we're not getting too much of the die. And if we don't want to drink tonics, I guess using Live for the Fight is a good way to restore our dead-eye bar. So finally we have at least some use for this ability card, because I repeat, in other cases it's not the best way to restore your dead-eye. For the last ability card slot in this build you can use different ability cards, but I suggest you to use Cold-Blooded to get even more health regeneration when you fighting NPCs. By the way, don't worry, it works perfectly with the Strange Medicine. But there are other reasonable choices. For example, you can use Never Without One to get a little bit of extra protection against griefers. Or you can use something like Kick in the Butt or Eye for an Eye to get even more dead-eye restoration while fighting NPCs. As the main weapons we're of course using Varmint Rifle, because that's the only weapon that can use sedative armor. As a secondary weapon I prefer to use Evans Repeater because it's super good in PvE since it has a lot of bullets. Anyways, that's how our build looks, and it's pretty good build for PvE, but of course it's not so good for PvP, so if you're gonna get attacked by the griefer you will be in a disadvantage. But of course you can always stay in a defensive mode if you're not interested in PvP, and I actually suggest you to do this. The next build is gonna help you while hunting legendary animals. I like this process like I like my women. Easy, and with this build it's really easy. Again, we're using painted black here, first of all because pretty much any legendary animal mission contains some sort of PvE, so we have to fight NPCs, and with painted black it's so much easier to do, but the main reason why we're using this ability card is because despite the fact that we cannot mark legendary animals, painted black still gives us perfect accuracy while it's active, so it's gonna be much easier to hit legendary animals with pretty much any weapon. The next ability card is Strange Medicine, useful while fighting NPCs, and also it's kinda help you a little bit against legendary animals who fight back, for example against legendary wolves. The next ability card is Winning Streak. To kill the legendary animal, especially the big one, we will have to make multiple shots, and Winning Streak grants us the biggest damage bonus in this situation. We can use many damage ability cards in the last slot. For example, I like to use Horseman. Again, another ability card that I normally don't use, but I found out that during these missions I'm riding the horse all the time, so why not use the Horseman ability card. Also you can use Peak Condition or maybe even the Gunslinger's Choice. It's not that great with painted black, I've explained why in one of my previous videos, if you're interested go check it, link will be in the description. Anyway, it's not that great with painted black, but if you're not quite sure whether you're gonna be riding riding a horse all the time during this mission, you might consider using this ability card. After all, it gives you damage that you need. For the weapons, I prefer to use Evans Repeater against NPCs and Dual Mausers against legendary animals. In my experience with Express Armor, they are killing legendary animals, especially the big ones, much faster than an elephant rifle. But of course you can also use elephant rifle because it looks cool and it kinda gives you a little bit of an roleplay experience. Anyways, that's how the final build looks, and it's not great for PvP or for fighting NPCs, but against legendary animal it works perfectly. And the last build is made specifically for people who adore Harriet. I mean, they exist and they write in the comments something like "Don't call her crazy bitch," or "Wow, Harriet is such a hot chick," or "Harriet, please be my wife." The last one is especially weird, but nevertheless. At first I was like, guys, if you find in someone who acts like she does attractive, then you have serious problems. Don't do this, run away. And then I thought, the fact that I don't understand this simp culture doesn't make it something bad, right? Wrong, but still I decided to make a build so any Red Dead Online player who wants can do his simping stuff as effective as possible. So the first ability card that I suggest you to use to be the perfect simp for the crazy bitch is quite an inspiration. First of all, because any Harriet's fan will say that she's quite an inspiration for them. But there is another reason why this card is a must-have. It's because on the picture we can see actually Harriet's face covered with some wheat and flowers, and I'm pretty sure that that's an ingredient for her drugs. Anyway, ask any simp and he will tell you that he will have perfect name for the ability card and the perfect picture, so just shut up and take my money. Next ability card for this awesome overpowered build is called Friends for Life. And again, on the picture we can see Harriet and she's holding the flower. The flower that any simp would like to give her as a symbol of his pure love. Love that only she deserves. And again, name for this ability card is perfect. Friends for Life. Because Simps and Harriet are friends for life. But what does this ability card actually do? Who cares? I mean, take a look at the picture, take a look at the title. It's an obvious choice. The next ability card we're choosing not because of the picture, but because of its name, of single purpose. And you know what? The single purpose of any simp is to serve Harriet, to adore her, and to do anything she wants. So one day they might marry. Oh, what a beautiful wedding that is gonna be, with alligators, cougars, and little squirrels as the guests. Anyways, the last ability card in this build is also a perfect choice because it has an awesome title, Live for the Fight, because if you are a real simp, you are living to fight for Harriet, to protect her from other people, especially in the comments, with something like "Shut up, you don't understand her, you don't deserve her, she's gonna be mine." Anyway, the picture is also perfect here. The skeleton is definitely a simp who's praying to something shiny, and that shiny thing is definitely Harriet in all her glory. Anyway, the final build looks like that, and if you wanna be simping like a pro, feel free to use it. Just don't forget to wear some awesome clothing. So these were 3 builds for the Naturalist role. I hope you enjoyed it, and please let me know what do you think about them in the comments. Thank you for watching. До свидания.